get into it. Take a look at your screen here. Pretty wild story. Burning Man attendees are being told to shelter in place and conserve resources amid heavy flooding in the area. You can see that woman right there trying to pick the mud off her shoes. Just a complete mess out there. Organizers for the festival posted on X, formerly known as Twitter, that the airport and entrance of Black Rock City, Nevada, where the event is held, are both closed. That also said that no driving is allowed besides emergency vehicles, adding that attendees should try to conserve food, water, and fuel. Those folks won't be going anywhere for a while, it sounds like. And this is a quote from, I'm trying to see here, looks like this is from one of the organizers. Let me read this to you. The gate and airport in and out of Black Rock City remain closed. Ingress and egress are halted until further notice. No driving is permitted except emergency vehicles. If you are in BRC, conserve food, water, and fuel, and shelter in a warm, safe place. More updates to come. So they're kind of left stranded with not a lot of information right there. And you heard them say ingress and egress. That just means people can't go in and out of that area due to the flooding there. And here's another post. It says, do not travel to Black Rock City. Access to the city is closed for the remainder of the event, and you will be turned around. So looking at some of these photos here, just a lot of flooding, a lot of water, and a whole lot of mud. So this is a big event where people go out into the desert to burn kind of an effigy of a man. It's a really huge thing, and it's a massive fire, and there's a lot of music and fun and all those kind of things. Well, now they're not going anywhere.
Well, apparently I got a lot of people upset because I keep suggesting that the majority of people trapped at the Burning Man festival are all probably high as a kite. I'm getting comments like, how dare you suggest that these people are on substances? How dare you judge them? Burning Man is not that type of festival. There's no drugs. No one's doing drugs at Burning Man. I've been to Burning Man and I never did drugs. Well, listen. Then obviously you missed out on all of the fun. I damn sure would not be sober at Burning Man. I'm not here to judge anyone. I'm not judging anyone for going and partying and having fun and taking whatever substances they want to take. In fact, I'm kind of just the opposite. I would judge someone for being at the Burning Man festival while not on drugs. Like, it would take a real McJackass to be out there in the middle of this situation sober. You would not catch me in the middle of the desert surrounded by 70,000 people just sitting there sober for no reason. You bet your ass I would be on something, and I would be trying to have a good time as well. So I'm not here to judge anyone, but at the same time, I'm not going to sit here and tiptoe around the truth. We all know what happens at Burning Man. I don't know if people think they're trying to fool someone. Some of the people who go there, they still try to be secretive about it, and they try to act as if it's something that it really isn't. But Burning Man's become mainstream. We know that y'all go out there, you throw orgies, get naked, you burn altars, and you do a lot of drugs. It's okay. You don't have to try to hide it. We know what happens at Burning Man. So like I said, not judging anyone for that, but to sit here and pretend like everyone out there is sober and they're all going to be making the best decisions while in the middle of this situation, that's asinine and it's dishonest. So I'm not going to sit here and pretend like the Burning Man festival is not a place where people go and get effed up. I mean, that's the whole point. But anyways, here's the current situation. Here's what's going down right now. There's a big storm heading right for Burning Man. Okay, this area is about to get flooded out again. It's about to get even worse. It has been estimated that these people would need at least 3 or 4 consecutive days of dry, sunny weather in order for the mud to dry up to the point that they could either leave or that help could make it to them. 3 or 4 consecutive days, which means every time it rains, that clock restarts again. And by the time you're watching this video, they will already be getting hit with a big storm. And Lord knows what else may transpire down there because this is a crazy situation. But at the time of this recording, they just got word that this storm is coming. And a lot of people decided that they were going to rally up, that before this storm hits, they're going to escape. So they packed all of whatever supplies they had left. They packed as many people as they could in these RVs. They got a little gang together and they all took off in the mud. People are cheering, yeah, 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 as these RVs slowly take off, trying to escape Burning Man before this next storm hits, and they're basically trapped in there for Lord knows how long. So, let's go ahead and see how that went for them, shall we? And they're stuck. I got to admit, though, it was an impressive effort. Parts of this little convoy made it about a mile out of camp. But now, they're stuck in the same situation. In fact, maybe they're even stuck in an even worse situation. Because now there's a mile between them and base camp. Which means there's a mile between them and maybe access to other food and other water. But also, maybe it's a good thing, because when all hell breaks loose at the main camps, they'll be, a little ways out. So when the ish really starts to hit the fan, maybe they could just sit in their trailers a mile out and be okay. But this is also very dangerous, because now you have people splintering out in the middle of the desert. They're getting stuck in their own little areas. And I got to imagine if these people did this, other people are going to try. I don't know how many routes they may try to take. Who knows where they'll get stuck along the way. But now, not only do we have all of these people trapped in one area, we got stragglers that are all trapped in various other areas as well. And it looks like people are breaking away from the base camps and getting bogged in the mud in other areas. So they're about to get hit with this huge storm, and they're not even going to be able to make it back to the base camp. Now, depending on how things go, depending on, how prepared these people are, this could be a good scenario or a bad scenario. You have to understand that everyone down there is dealing with their own situation, kind of. Some people come more prepared than others. Some people literally come with nothing. Some people come jam-packed with whatever you can think of. So everyone's dealing with their own little situations. But there's already talks that people are stealing stuff, and judging or looking at this weather that's coming in, this looks like this storm's going to be one of the worst storms they've gotten since they've been down there. So we really haven't seen anything yet. A lot of the people there, they're not there in RVs, and they don't have these trucks and all of this other stuff. There's literally thousands of people out there with only tents, and their tents have already gotten flooded, and now it's going to get worse. So I imagine that we're going to see a lot of people get sick from this situation at the very least. Hopefully not worse. I hope they're getting as prepared as they can, because it looks like they're about to get a lot more rain. But for now, let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. While you're down there, hit the thumbs up, hit that subscribe, ring that notification bell, and I'll talk to you all very soon in the next video.